tuning in to ODTV. I'm Double Dip, and this is Bass Cadet. And today's guest, for all you that don't know him, he's probably giving your favourite rapper lunch money. It's Stevesdead. What's good, bro?
Nah, fuck all. What are you doing there?
Nah, not much. Just kicking. This is a podcast I wanted to get done for a while, and we're finally here. Had to get it done. So, bruh, tell us a bit about what it was like growing up in West Sydney.
It's a shithole.
Yeah.
Like, straight facts. Like, anyone who says it isn't is lying.
Yeah.
But, like, nah, it's just, like, hell dense housing.
Yeah.
And fucking, I don't know, like...
Lots of apartments.
You can get caught up in some shit, like, hell easy and that. Just because it's all around. Just because, like, it's literally just, dense as housing. Like, yeah. It's too much people in small areas and that. But, like, it's heaps clean now compared to what it was.
Yeah.
I suppose, like, growing up, like, yeah, in the 90s and shit, it was a lot different than what it is now. Like, I suppose you got, like, all drillers and shit now, but, like, back then you'd actually see cunts, like, you know, you'd go out on the weekends and have a case of beer and, like, everyone would be out in the streets drinking and in the parks, and you couldn't even walk through a park, bro, without, like, you know, they can't drink in there,
yeah.
or, like, you know, someone there ready to mob you, or different groups from, like, different areas coming to one area's party, and, fucking,
Yeah.
you know, I'm sure it would be the same.
And weapons and shit, like,
yeah,
all the time,
like,
mate.
you used to actually see it, like, heaps.
And a lot of this is not on Facebook either, so this time obviously
Well,
seeing things
right.
on Facebook isn't
That's
even
right,
a factor.
yeah,
It's
you
like
know,
you happen
like-
to witness this with your eyes or see
Yeah,
it, you know?
like you
or hear it from a friend.
Back then, you'd physically see it, like, a lot. Like, even now, like, I mean, you go for a trip out to Mount Druitt on the train or something, I mean, you're going to see shit that you're probably not going to see anywhere else in Australia.
Yeah.
But that's just because it's just, like I said, it's all there.
It's all there,
so
yeah.
dense.
So many people, you know?
Yeah.
70% of the population's in fucking
Yeah.
Sydney,
Yeah.
that side of Australia,
Exactly,
you know?
and then you've got... Yeah,
competition
like,
that comes with it almost, you know, with that, whether that be in the street or
yeah, exactly.
whatever it is. There's just so many people doing everything which comes with...
Yeah, that's what I mean, and it's heaps multicultural, you know, and, like, back in the day, like, we had, like, hella racist shit going on
Yeah.
over there.
Like heaps of
like-
skinhead shit, that's where that kind of...
Well, not so much
No?
skinhead shit, but, like, the whole fucking... Like, the Cronulla riots was when I was growing up. And,
Yeah.
like, all that shit, so it was like, yeah, if you were a wog, so everyone was calling, you know, like,
Arabs, wogs, and,
wogs
like...
and
So that's
everyone
what it
was...
was.
Europeans,
That's what it
yeah.
was. Was it sort of wogs versus...
Aussies, it was like
Aussies,
Europeans
yeah,
almost,
yeah,
yeah, and
yeah,
sort of
so,
like
you know,
Lebanese as well. Like
If you weren't white, you were a wog
Yeah.
type thing, and there was, like, hella that shit going on, and I don't know, like, and then in, like, the early 2000s, like, Sydney got flipped on its head, like, I don't know, like, heaps of rappers would have covered it, you know, like Gravy especially, like, that I listened to.
Gravy Baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and some of his tracks was, like, Enter and that, like, back, like, a while ago, in, like, early 2000s, you know, like, they pretty much
And
summed
Schemo
up.
as well. Like,
Yeah, like, all the Sydney searches or, like, shit like that.
So is that who you grew up on, would you say? Like,
Nah, definitely didn't grow up on per se, but, like, they were
it was
local.
around. It was really around
Yeah,
when
it
you
was
were.
around,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Because
And,
that is
like,
a
they-
difference.
It's
That's local for someone. You know
like
what I mean?
it's the
local.
same. It's the same as Complete for us
Yeah.
Perth people.
Yeah.
You know,
It'd
like
be
it was
what
kind of
Complete-
really
It's
around.
happening around you.
Yeah.
At the
It's
time.
around you, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't per se, like, my favourite shit. I mean, I fucking heavily dressed like a lad back then, so, like, yeah.
You were inspired by the way they were dressing, sort of.
Not
like when
so
you-
much, definitely wasn't inspired by the way he's
No.
dressed. Like, no, like...
Not really that way.
No,
It was
like,
more-
That
like it was
culture.
more like it was just like they were the only people. Okay, so like to be a lad back then was like you were like an outcast type thing. You know what I mean? Like if you weren't
Wasn't
fucking
popular.
cool type. It wasn't
Yeah.
like bro. If you wore tans and that, cunts would either like avoid you or you know
Judge
like.
up straight out the gate.
Judge
As
us
they do
straight
now, it's a
away.
different
Like,
judgment.
even
You know what I mean?
now,
It's a
yeah,
softer
like,
judgment.
it's
you
a
know?
Yeah,
softer
it's a softer
judgment,
judgment
you know,
now.
like-
Same as tattoos are starting to
Yeah,
sort of be
facts,
softer.
Bro, tattoos are heaps soft
Yeah,
now.
soft.
Like everyone's sort of got them, and it's a norm.
Yeah.
And in that sense, they would have been, say, like the search and that. They're just all the rap representatives as well, almost. They're just the people that are like
Well, yeah,
in
they
that,
sort
but
of
they're
like
the ones that are rapping.
represented. Well, as like, you know, like growing up in Western Sydney type thing, or even just growing up in Sydney, that period, like the early 2000s, like got summed up pretty well by their music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's a good representation of what happened at the time.
Yeah.
Like, songs like fucking My City and shit like that. Like, that's, yeah, like early 2000s, you know what I mean?
Because
Like,
not a
that's
lot of
literally-
people were doing it. It wasn't a thing on the forefront of the scene.
No,
It
there
was-
was no one talking about what was happening, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there was literally fucking, it went from knife fights and drunken punch-ons to just every cunt had a gun.
Yeah, hard.
Crazy.
And it was, yeah, Wogs versus Aussies.
Aussies.
And as much people, obviously it was a massive movement then. There's so much of a younger crowd, you could say, or not as knowledge coming through now as well. Like, you know, all the backdating. Like they can't. This is all getting brought up sort of now
Yeah.
more than ever. You know what I mean? Like
it's
this
been,
whole
like,
thing because
hell
it's becoming a
documented now,
yeah.
you know what I mean? And like, it's because of like, yeah, like heaps cunts got inspired by cunts like them, and now you've got like a whole scene dedicated to Western Sydney. You know what I mean? Like cunts are known as Western Sydney rappers or just a Western Sydney rapper.
Yeah.
But so I'll tell you a funny ass story.
Yeah.
I was like, hell young. Actually, I was in kindergarten at Blairbound. I was going to Blairbound because I was in Clayball.
Yep.
So yeah, I was going to Blairmount Primary. Fucking playing marbles and shit.
Dogs.
As you do.
Dogs.
As you do. Fucking
Waiting for Tarzos to come out.
yeah, I don't think they were out yet. But yeah, I was flicking me marbles and
You still at them then?
yeah, still
That's-
at them back then.
That's the bonus,
I
bro.
had a big bag of them.
Net
But,
net
yeah.
bag, eh?
I was playing marbles and like cunts were talking about like Tupac and rap and all that shit, and I went home and I was like, yo, mum, because I just lived like single mother.
Yeah.
Shout out to me mum and that.
Always.
Sorta. But yeah, I had a single mother and 2 brothers, so I went home and I was like, mum. And I was the oldest too, you know what I mean? So it was not like my older brother was in his room fucking jamming out to whatever. I went home and I said, mum, I said, I want to listen to rap music. And I was like, you got any rap music? And she turned around and she gave me a fucking, I'll never forget it. She gave me a Meatloaf fucking, she gave me a Meatloaf fucking
That'll
album.
do.
A Meatloaf album and the Forrest Gump soundtrack.
Wait.
Fucking,
What was on that?
I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
Heaps
I'm
of
curious
shit. I'm
to
curious
find out.
Say, like, I'm like, can anyone fucking search? But like, yeah, she handed me a Meatloaf CD and a Forrest Gump soundtrack. And yeah, I listened to that shit. So I mean, I wanted to listen to rap, and I got fucking force-fed Meatloaf and
Forrest Gump
Forrest
soundtrack.
Gump soundtracks. But yeah, no, it was definitely like I was looking for rap. I was very fucking inquisitive, you know. Like, I used to sit up all night. I'll never forget. It made me like have a putrid little mind when I was young. But sit up all night watching SBS. And back in like the day, SBS was hard.
Yeah, bro, it was, yeah.
You were up at like I was insomniac as fuck as a kid. Like this is going back from like as early as I can remember. So I'm probably like 5, 6, and yeah, I was up watching
Cranking them late
whatever
night,
the
say.
fuck was on TV by 3 o'clock in the morning.
And the subtitles and shit.
The
Because
TV back when something
you
R-rated
could
would
read
come
along-
on just on TV, because the only thing stopping you from watching it was the fact that you shouldn't be up.
Yeah.
You know, and
That's
if you're
right.
up, then you're watching the fucking...
That's right. And I had TV in my room, you know, I was lucky enough to have TV in my room, whatever. So yeah, I used to sit up like I'm watching SBS, and then that definitely would have fucking
Sculpted you a bit there. There's heaps of
sculpted me a
heaps
bit
of,
there, you know?
heaps
Yeah.
of programs on SBS.
I-
You wouldn't even known that it's about the culture, you know, even like
Yeah, not just
some
like,
of the rock docos and shit that were on there back in the day and that. Like,
just everything, bro, was on there, you know?
it was a good fucking channel. Pick
Yeah,
your shit
bro.
up, SBS. You were good.
SBS,
You're
brother.
still alright now, but you just...
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of competition.
Back in the day, you cunts were...
Because that's where Vice is from, actually, on that.
Yeah,
day.
developed
Vice
off
is
SBS.
There
SBS
would have been heaps
Viceland,
of them
like-
older Viceland
But you
fucking...
can't fuck me up with these fantastic.
Yeah, I know, eh?
So,
That's the trick.
That's the trick of the
That's
fantails.
the trick.
Tender.
Yeah, but
But-
fuck, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, all right.
So as you
I
like,
went off track.
so as you were discovering that, like,
Yeah.
you wanted the hip hop. So who were you drawn to as you first started accessing it and that?
All right. Eminem for sure.
Of course.
Like, lock myself in my room.
The D12 though, the full fucking.
The early
full
Eminem,
tray
like the
though.
real early,
Eminem,
yeah,
bro,
for
like,
sure. For
Like,
sure.
lock myself in my room, hate my mother type shit, and like.
Yeah.
Like Fack. I tell you one song on that Eminem, Fack. 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 Fack.
Yeah, see,
and
that
it just
was like,
goes.
That was like even like way past.
Yeah.
See, that was a
I
bit
just heard
later.
that beat. I
Because that
know
was
what-
on, because that was on the greatest hits, but it was still Curtain Call maybe that came out on, or
Oh, we're
Encore,
talking infinite, like.
or
fucking
even
proper-
or the
Yeah.
Slim Shady LP, like
The
My Fault.
First fucking.
She's
Track.
having
Infinite. I didn't even hear that until like
To be
later
honest.
on.
Yeah, neither
Yeah,
did
to be
I,
honest,
to be
mate,
honest.
that
I'm
was
gonna
too
be
early.
That was
completely
too early
honest,
for me.
I ain't even gonna be like, oh, like I was like hell, like on like fucking because like we didn't even have the internet back then.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I didn't hear Infinite until fuck.
It resurged on the internet.
Yeah,
It's like
pretty
it's a
much.
viral thing.
Same.
Like, you know,
Same
have
as
you
me.
heard this? You know,
That
like,
I'm not lie.
maybe like 5 years ago.
even
For
the Rap
ages-
Olympics, all that shit.
I
Like,
thought
I've
he
never
was
heard or
handing the
seen
demo
that
tape.
until-
I thought he was
I-
handing Infinite
I
to
think,
people at the
like-
Rap Olympics for some reason.
Yeah, well,
like
it sounds
you
very
know?
Nas influence as well when you listen to that.
it
That's
does,
probably why
yeah.
it wasn't pushed as much because
Yeah.
it wasn't.
It was
like,
hell
Yeah.
like
not Nas influence, but
But
like
very
that,
New
that
York-y,
period,
like
that
that-
period of time
yeah.
influence, even with the beats were hell.
Yeah,
like
it
that.
sounds very New Yorky.
And
He's
like,
fucking boss though.
yeah,
I don't know. And then I loved metal always. Like badly.
you would have had a very healthy metal scene in Sydney as well, bro. Like,
Did, bro. And like I lived like spent a lot of my time in like Campbelltown, Narellan, Camden, and like just past Narellan, Campbelltown, whatever. It's like last town of Sydney. Go out further, there's Picton, and there's like an event out there called Cage, and like they used to run that. Like fucking, that shit was sick, bro. Like heaps of big bands played there. You know what I mean? Like.
yeah,
You name it, they pretty much played there. And like Australia's always had a big and solid metal scene.
yeah, definitely. They've had a very healthy metal
Very,
scene,
like,
especially starting to
probably-
break the US now.
Yeah. Like it was probably one of our strongest things,
100%.
you know, besides fucking AC/DC or whatever.
Yeah, with the rock. And I found also, like, me growing up on metal as well, like, I found a lot of people transitioned from the metal scene into, like, the dubstep scene that we got over in Perth. Then they transferred over into, like, the Oz hip-hop.
I hated dubstep.
Yeah,
that
well,
was-
yeah. It was
I
weird
hate
because, like...
NGL,
Yeah, it was-
not gonna lie.
I ain't even gonna lie, but
Yeah.
I fucked with my electronic music, but it was like hardcore gabba. You'll probably find videos
Yeah.
of me gabbering my
Well, that was the
ears.
Sydney thing. The Sydney had the Gabba, we had a Rinse.
No,
it was
yeah.
called Rinse.
Yeah,
and
I
Melbourne
heard-
had
I've heard
Bounce.
of
That was like a,
Melbourne
that was
had
like a
bounce.
slower D&B
What was
step.
this rinsing?
Rinsing-
I won't
yeah.
even give you examples.
I won't
'cause
give you
can't.
example. We'll show
It's
you.
like, you know
we'll show
D&B
you
step?
some.
You
We'll
know
show you
D&B
some.
step? How it's sort of like a little hop? It's that but slower because dubstep's
Yeah.
you know, like
so you can
just
kind of
sort
almost like a two-step in moshing, like the two-step where you flick your
Yeah.
arms back. It's almost kind of like that, but you're not really flicking your arms back. People are kind of like,
just gonna be drug fucked.
yeah, it's pretty much just MD taking over.
Yeah.
Yeah, every state sort of had their thing.
Yeah.
They had their own little
Ah,
the
electro
Melbourne,
thing.
you had the Melbourne Shuffle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Melbourne Shuffle and the,
The
bounce,
gab, the
bounce
Defcon
gab.
sort of,
You
you
just
know.
had the Ritz.
Oh
We
man.
had fucking Gabba. Yeah, my music taste is like very broad. I listen to like Helen Michael Jackson and shit as well.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Heaps, bro. Heaps
Love
of Michael
MJ.
Jackson. Used to love
Literally.
dancing around to that cunt.
Same. So did I.
That was just a
as
given
kid.
because his music is actually that good.
Literally,
You know,
I remember I used
you're
to sit in my
he's
room and
just
just
a-
download
He's king,
all his
bro.
albums.
And, like-
Yes.
So
Download them.
yeah, it was like rap, metal,
Punk. a little bit.
punk,
Yeah.
fucking, bro. Anything that like made me go, you know what I mean?
Or feel
Like,
something.
Feel
in the-
good.
yeah.
You want to dance,
Like-
feel vit.
Yeah,
The
like
company
I
how you
definitely
feeling.
wasn't your average kid, you know, at all. I was like getting told by my teachers that I should be an actor, and I was too grown for my age, and I was always in trouble, or like the class clown and shit like that. So I was always like, I wanted to listen to music that was like provocative, or
Yeah.
you know, so like anything that had a swear word or something. And I was like,
As you
oh,
do, like
as you
as
do,
you do as a
fucking
kid, as a kid,
you know, like,
you're grabbed to that.
yeah,
Which brings me to another question I wanted to ask.
yeah.
Before I met you, bro, I'd heard a lot about people saying you're pretty much the original sad boy. Like a lot of people were throwing that term to me.
in this style sense.
In the
of, like,
style, yeah, in the style sense.
the lifestyle, the culture.
Lifestyle, the culture.
It's only a word that really did get thrown around in the past few years as well. I'm not sure where it really originated, but
Yeah.
See, like that's a thing. Yeah, like I don't even know where that shit originated.
Neither
So
do I.
I'm gonna, like, probably say Pete.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like.
And Bones, sort of like, I heard Bones
Bones.
before
Bones
Pete.
was definitely before.
Yeah.
Pete.
And obviously, like,
But like that's the difference. How you need to like Bones is busy. You need to break that shit down. To
Yeah.
understand it.
I feel like if there's going to be a Godfather, it's Bones in a way because,
You can't just listen to Bones like you do Pete.
nah,
It'd be sad. I
nah.
guess.
It's the same as you can't just listen to Suicide Boys as you do Peep. You know what I mean? Like, it's a
Completely
different type of
different
sad
vibes.
boy.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
different kind of sad boy.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. So I don't even know what like determines sad boy. I guess like like lifestyle, fashion is that like I was painting my nails like way before any other kind.
Yeah.
Fuck, I was on that shit ages ago. Like
And cunts would have been giving you shit as well. Like,
yeah,
were
I
they?
mean,
Like, obviously back then, like, cunts would have just been
not
like,
like
fuck.
hell.
They wouldn't have understood
You wouldn't
it
have
like
understood
they
it,
do
yeah,
now.
yeah.
To me, like it was more like a joke.
Mm,
Hella cunts talk shit.
yeah.
Heaps cunts hate on me from like where I was from and shit for doing it and that.
Stand when you're trying to
Like,
do anything,
I
really.
was
Yeah.
I was killing it. I don't know. And
Just-
like the whole sad boy thing, I guess, like, yeah, I was living off. Okay, so there was like, I don't know how to put it. I just done it in my own sense. So like, there's like that whole V loan thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Which
a
is
brand.
ASAP Bari's brand?
Yeah. Alright. My fucking thing, huh?
Shout out to Fantail.
Shout
give us a
out
sponsor for the
Fantail
next
if you ever
podcast.
want to hook us up.
Yeah, fuck, don't say me shit, rot my teeth. So yeah, it was like, painting my nails, living off girls. I was definitely a part of it. The whole V-Lane thing was like, you're alone. Every creative does alone type bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
And I guess it was like a mentality that I drilled into myself because like, I was dealing with heaps of crap at the time. Baby mother, this, that. I'm not gonna go like too deep into that. I was dealing with like heaps of shit at the time. And, like I was looking for an outlet, I guess. And like I was like hell into fashion and shit like that, and I was always like different. So I just like the whole sad boy thing was like, yeah, I don't know. I'd say it was more like living off girls, living off yourself. Like your clothes, fucking backing yourself, whatever, fucking. The way that I dress.
That's a big part, definitely, around express yourself, how you dress.
Definitely like expressing your way.
Music
dress.
that I was listening to, I guess. I don't know, like.
But I also think that a lot of people haven't realised that with the sad boy thing, like, waking up, man, and like thinking about where your next funds are coming from, like as well as like
Being a sad boy, I
Being
guess.
a sad boy,
being a
like-
sad boy sucks, but you're literally like living on floors and couch hopping and fucking. You're a drug addict.
Yeah,
most
you're not
of the
eating,
time,
like-
you ain't eating, like.
It's not
All
just a
your
music
money-
thing. It's not
all
just
your-
a music
it's
thing.
not
that
a
you
music
do.
thing,
Good
it's not
track,
just
you
a-
know.
I don't do music.
And
so
that's
any
what I mean.
music
That's what I'm
thing-
saying. So
Yeah.
it's one of these things where I think
It
a lot
ain't-
of people have this misconception
That
of
it's
it
just
being,
a
Yeah,
music
you
thing.
like
definitely have a misconception.
when it's
yeah.
almost like
And-
in a certain way you were like just living it, and that's just what the label people give.
People
You know what I mean?
give
Like they
you
just say that.
label, like,
Yeah.
like now, I guess that's what it is. Like you're a sad boy.
Yeah.
If you
Or were,
if
or what, you know,
if you're
whatever.
different, or I don't know, like if you're a bum.
If you're onto something before, as well, it becomes a thing.
Yeah, I guess
That's always a big
like,
part because then once they
well,
see it, people.
Well,
are
now
like,
it's like now it's like, oh, hey, you're a sad boy, or you were a sad boy.
just take
It's
Xans
like,
and you're a
but
sad
it's
boy.
like, well, alright, what does that mean? Like, does that mean like I was ahead of you, or
Yeah.
like what does that even
Are you
mean?
sorry
Yeah.
now, or
Yeah,
like is it
Being sad sucks too, so like being called a sad boy is sort of fucking.
an insult almost? Not an insult,
Yeah,
but
like-
it's like to be in the
I
context.
don't know, like being sad sucks, so it's like, why would you wanna
why would you want to
be
promote
known
it?
as being a sad
Being known
boy,
as it,
you
yeah.
know? Like,
As well, it's not.
I
It's
hate
almost a
being sad.
curse.
I hate
It's not a
being
gift.
sad.
It's a
And
curse.
and I hate that maybe I give off that fucking
That vibe,
but
yeah.
like that's I didn't give a fuck. Like that's what my socials or whatever for, you know, that's like me. I gotta fucking, I don't know, I gotta like express myself somehow without.
It's a given that a lot of people feel the same, and I think the difference is so many people admire the step that you take in like expressing it. You know, whether that be through your clothes or you know through your tattoos or through you know what you're posting or things like that. Like
like I mean,
a lot of people just
if
don't
I'm
have
able,
the.
if I'm able to Sadboy for what I give off, then like if I'm like the original Sadboy, so I don't even know what that entitles or whatever, but like I've definitely been copping that for a long time, and like I guess that's just fucking what happened. Yeah. I don't even know how to explain that type of shit. It's weird.
So, at what point did you find like your taste getting into fashion, like getting into you know say. Not the casual, not just jumping a Foot Locker and buying whatever, or you know, like at what point did you start noticing these other brands, or
when
you know,
I was like
shopping?
Hell young, bro. Like.
So how old are you now, as well? Just for people
20,
that wouldn't know.
I'm 26 now.
So 90s.
I was
93.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
93.
the same. Me and Steve's the same age.
Yeah, I was 93. Year of pain.
We lost Kurt Cobain the year
Shout out,
before.
man. You do fucking. That can't see original Sadboy, I guess.
Who?
Actually, you know what?
J.J.
Ian
Allen.
Connor would be the original Sadboy in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Well, Bass brought knowledge to me the other week.
I mean,
J.J. Allen.
the word. Okay, like J.J. Allen. That's just like the originator of punk.
Almost, yeah. But his sad boy image, like I'm just
shit's like too early to be a Sadboy.
Yeah,
they have a title on
setting
it.
trends.
Yeah.
Back then, they were literally setting trends. So like,
And you don't even know
people
that it's
don't
happening.
even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
See, we're in a generation where like there's no new trends. You can't do nothing.
You can just
new.
research something and you can get a whole
That's
understanding
right.
of
You
something.
can't do nothing new.
Yeah.
Literally.
Back then you
Pioneer
couldn't just
aspect of
research.
the-
You couldn't
the
just look in the
pioneer aspect of
dictionary.
the trend.
Sad boy back then, and it comes up with you know J.J. Allen.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's-
no,
not in that
100%.
sense,
It
obviously.
definitely wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
If you had a like.
You can't even ask these questions
Yeah.
back then.
Punk. It probably just that would have been the only thing that would have come. It was just punk back
Yeah.
then. You know what I mean? There wasn't
More
Yeah,
the suicide boy, like
The suicidal
on stage,
tendencies
on
as well.
stage also.
There was definitely no suicide boy back then
Nah,
because
no.
mental health wasn't a thing back
No,
then.
no.
no.
Mental health's only a thing now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like people were doing themselves or whatever, but like
Yeah,
that wasn't a thing.
Nah,
it was
because
almost
that's
like you're a
Don't
goose.
talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah, it was
no.
almost like you're just a goose.
because that's
Yeah,
when I
you
was
know,
reading
like-
about him. They were saying like how much of a heroin addict and shit he was, but
Yeah, but-
clearly he had mental health problems.
Yeah, exactly,
And shit.
and that's the thing, right? Like, I feel, see, like now, right? People will be like, "Oh, that cunt's fucking crazy. He's a bad cunt, this and that." But he's probably just fried off the ice.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
days.
These days, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like
what it would
back
be. They'd
then-
be like heavy drug problem.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Like back then, you know, you hear like your old mans or your uncles or whatever.
I've done some
Would
fucking
be like,
ridiculous,
"Oh, you know, fucking this cunt, loose cunt, this and that." Like, he's probably just had mad mental health issues,
Yeah.
bro, back in the day.
back
Yeah.
in the day, yeah.
And-
yeah.
He was just a loose cunt, you know what I mean? Like crims or whatever aren't like what they used to be because like mental health is a thing type.
Thing
It's
just now.
known now, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? But back then you were just a loose cunt.
Yeah.
It was accepted as like, you know,
Yeah.
this cunt maybe don't piss, or not don't piss him off, you know, you got
Yeah.
schizophrenia, this, that, everything, you know, like, but back in the day, cunts is considered fucking,
Cunts like Chopper and shit, loose.
Yeah.
Obviously had mental issues and
That
that.
cunt was a snitch, but.
Yeah.
a whole
So
nother
we-
yarns
yeah.
about
Hey,
that.
that
Oh, no,
motherfucker,
yarns, yeah.
like everyone like praised him and shit. I don't know.
Everyone praised him, yeah, but you hear a lot of stories of he taking claim
reckon
crimes.
he was a snitch and shit. Like, I mean, he literally made money off talking shit about his criminal life.
That is a big thing when you
Yeah.
really look at it in a logical term. It's like, alright, how much money was he making from this life?
But then, yeah, like that just, yeah.
So,
You wanna go out like a snitch? You take the 6ix9ine route or
yeah, that's
whatever.
sick,
That's
man.
another whole.
Well, I feel fucked with his music. Oh, bro.
So do I. I still
I
love
don't
his
think
music.
I've listened to a song since, like, but honestly,
Yeah.
Oh,
I ain't gonna
6ix9ine.
fucking support that. I don't know. I guess that's just like.
Whole nother fucking podcast.
Yeah, that one.
6ix9ine,
Yeah, it's a whole
yeah.
6ix9ine, another
That's a whole
podcast.
nother podcast.
But
Fuck
yeah.
that shit. So yeah,
Finding brands early on.
fine. Okay, so the whole fashion thing. Yeah, how did I get onto it? All right, so like very young. Remember like Fab 5? I think it's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
a thing now. But like back in the day, it was on like Channel 9 or 10 or whatever. It had like this cunt Carson and this and that. So like before then.
The gay cunt from Queer Eye for the Straight Guy?
Yeah, that's
Carson,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's right. Shout out. That's
Yeah, shout out Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, bro.
that shit.
Fine.
I used to
Years.
sit up watching that shit for some reason, like just
Yeah,
to see
well-
how they'd revamp people.
My mum decided to start calling me Cass and this and that. Because, like, I had a fuck thing, you know? Like, my family couldn't go out unless I had approved of what they were wearing. And I was, like fucking bad on my brains and shit. Always, since a young kid, I guess, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, like, fuck. I just like shiny things and fucking, you know, like, I wanted nice things, bro. That led to, like, fuck shit in my older life. But, like, I wanted nice things, you know, like, so and I wanted everyone to look good and that, so yeah, I used to, like, make sure my family didn't go out unless I was approved what they were wearing. Mum used to call me Carson and fuck. But, like, what got me on to brands, I was 11 and I went overseas because my dad lives in Scotland. Always has, like, my dad's Scottish, I'm half Scottish. So I went over to Scotland when I was 11.
You were born here, yeah? Yeah. Your dad. And your mum's from here.
Do you get a UK passport, bud? Because your dad's...
Yeah.
You can, yeah. You just got to apply for it.
I don't know if I can.
Scotland when you were 11?
Record is shit, but definitely could. Anyway. So yeah, I went over there when I was 11. And like, I fucking grew up over there, bro. Like, I was only there 2 weeks. Like, I seen some shit. I done some shit.
Enough for a lifetime. Like,
Bro, like, Australia was like...
come back here, relax.
Any country,
yeah.
bro. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'd be on the bus with, like, my stepsisters and that, who were, like, 2 years older than me, so they were, like, 13. And I'd be on the bus with them on my way to, like, the fucking movies or something. And they'd just be cunts in tracksuits and that, like, full lads, as we know them now. Just fucking chasing after buses and throwing bricks and... like, jumping out of bushes, and it was just hectic, you know what I mean? Like, it was hectic back home, but, like, when I was a bit oblivious, I guess, at that age. But, yeah, like, it was just way more hectic. Like, it was all the time. You'd get a bus any time, and that would happen, you know what I mean? Depending on what area or something you're in. And, over there, like, they've got, like, a massive, like, football culture, right? So, like, the whole fucking... hooligan scene is over there.
Yeah.
Like ultras and this and that. And my dad loved football or soccer or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, like I was playing it at the time over here, was always in trackies and that, but I wanted like different shit and like started looking into brands like Stone Island and CP Company.
Yeah.
But this is like years ago.
Years ago, yeah.
Way before Drake and fucking all them kinds of things. So I was like, oh yeah, what's all this, you know? And that led me to search on the internet when I came back home and fucking finding finding rack pieces and helmet lang and shit on fucking Japanese sites, bro, for like 30, 60 bucks and shit. And like a lot of cunts have this, like have similar stories and shit, but like not a lot of cunts will buy and shit.
That's crazy. So you've come back from Scotland, like at 11, pretty much.
Yeah.
2 weeks over there. You're saying?
I was there for 2 weeks. I blew my first load in Scotland. Like my older cousin.
That's how you remember. That's how you remember.
That's how that trip was full on. My older cousin was like, you know, like it fucking feels real good. Just keep going. So I just kept going.
Felt real good.
Fucking blew my first load in Scotland. So yeah.
And you've just seen cunts rocking Stone Island and
Yeah,
CP Company.
Bro, like cunts were fresh, bro. Like cunts had
I know what's
hoodies
going on.
with fucking goggles on them and shit. And I was like,
Is that CP?
CP,
That's
yeah.
CP
That's
company,
CP. The beanie that Dime's got with the goggles on it. CP.
I like V, and this smells like Red Bull, so if you like Red Bull, get Atomic. Shout out to them, but yeah, I'm not gonna drink.
I'll drink it.
There you go, that's how good they are.
There we go, second one.
So yeah, it was like, went over there, seen, like, just crazy shit. And like, over there, it's just true story, right? This is when Chappelle Corby had been done, bro.
Just got done, yeah.
Yeah, and I just flew over not long after, right? And I was paranoid as fuck, I'm gonna get Chappelle Corby, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna get Chappelle. I'm young now, I was like, why am I even thinking about it?
Yeah, I think everyone felt a bit of that, eh? There was something like it. But Aussies just gonna get stitched up.
People were wrapping their suitcases and like double wrapping it, padlocking it and shit.
And I'm paranoid, like, I'm gonna get Chappelle. Anyway, I lose my fucking luggage.
Oh no, you've been completely Chappelled.
I've been Chappelle.
Yeah, they've taken the pack.
I'm in Scotland, first day in my fucking nan's house in Coatbridge, Scotland, in a little fucking work town, and I'm there in the little fucking room like this, scared as laying down, first day jet lag, fucking scared that I'm gonna get locked up by fucking Scottish police, but Nan's like. Next day, she's like, get up, take you to the fucking shop. So I went down to the shop, right, and like their Woolworths over there is like RPW and shit like that. It's a bit backwards. And like went in there and like they had like all Adidas and fucking Nike and shit like that. Like what are piping hot and shit.
Yeah. Stock brands almost,
like what our stock brands were. Like their stock brands were fucking Adidas and shit like that. And I was like.
A lot of a high bar. Like.
Yeah. So I was getting like all these mad clothes, as I'm waiting for my fucking
pack to go. Like
my pack.
The Chappelle.
Yeah, my Chappelle pack.
Chappelle pack.
Yeah. Anyway, I got my packy. I got my fucking luggage.
The pack's cut.
But yeah, and then bought me all these mad clothes and that, and I'm like mad and like. I remember fucking one day I went out with my sisters to like Glasgow to go shopping and that, and Dad gave me what was it, £60.
That's alright. Get a couple of kits for that, you could say.
Lad, like,
yeah.
I'm thinking $60. I'm going fucking.
So that's $60 Australian, £60.
No. That's what he's thinking. That's what he's thinking.
I'm thinking fucking Dad's a cheap cunt.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the cunt my whole life. First time, like, go over there, he's giving me £60. Alright, whatever. My sister's like, oh no, there's money in that, and like I'm young, dumb, didn't even know. I went out, bro. I bought heaps of shit.
Getting lunch,
£60
£3.
like now £6 like $120, right? But over there to buy like mad sports shit, it's hell cheap.
Yeah.
So you're getting the double.
$120 got me fucking like 3-4 pairs of shoes.
Couple trackies,
you know what I mean? Like
that would have been like £10 or something, £10 rack for trackies and shit.
And I'm only a little kid, you know what I mean? So I'm probably still fitting like
that
shoes.
one.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I bought heaps of shit.
So what you say? I was like Nike, so a lot of Nike and Adidas.
Yeah, heaps.
A lot of soccer stuff, like a lot of them, like say
lots
Kappa,
of
Kappa and shit
Kappa
like that.
and that? No.
Not so much. Is that even
not so much.
Umbro?
Yeah, lots of Umbro, lots of Diadora.
That's proper, that's like
heaps of the soccer sponsors, eh?
Lots of fucking.
There's a lot of soccer
wear. Like the soccer stuff, bro.
Yeah, I've seen them
proper,
sponsor a lot of the kits and shit.
I think Kappa was more like European.
Yeah, I think they sponsored
Italy.
Italian team.
Italy
they started
shit.
sponsoring the
like
Italian team, I think.
Or
Yeah.
something like, I don't even fucking know. Like I'm gonna start feeling like I know, but I don't. But yeah, okay. So it was like the whole hooligan influence and like going over there and just So I came home and like.
You've been enlightened almost, you'd say.
Yeah, I was enlightened, and I
the
came
level here is nowhere near that. Right?
Yeah. And I came home and like. I was in Western Sydney, and then I was fucking a teenager, and there was like older boys that were lads, similar to cunts that like I looked up to on the internet or from overseas, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm starting around all the older cunts, and I wanted to always outdo them and fucking shit, so I'd always like try and dress better than them and
not rock the same outfit twice. Remember?
Yeah, like shit like that was just little fucking OCD things that like weren't even fucking.
Attention to the detail. That's what a lot of it is.
Yeah, and an eye for detail as well.
Yeah, I'd be like, fuck this old cunt, like. Like from there, fucking bashing me for respect, where he's been wearing the same shoes for fucking the whole month. Like, fuck you, bro. I've worn like 4 pairs of shoes this month, and I'm fucking 13 years old, Like,
yeah.
Bashing me, you don't give you that respect.
Like pride shit, like pride shit. I was like, I prided myself on the way I dressed. And if it meant like standing out, then I'd stand out. So yeah, it was definitely like the whole hooligan in Scotland that influenced most of my fashion.
Yeah.
And the internet.
With the growth of the internet, then comes being how much you want to look into it. You know what I mean?
Like, bro, like exactly.
It's what you're passionate about. It's what you're going to sit there and look up. You're not going to sit on Facebook like someone else does. You're sitting there looking for.
Once you go past the threshold of Nike and shit like that, which is like where a lot of people are at, like. you can go to Ralph Lauren and shit like that.
That's almost that next
which
step.
is like the
Yeah.
Australian thing, which like I did. I thrashed it hard, and like as the Americans did low lifes and shit like that.
Yeah.
Polo was fucking fat back in the day,
Yeah.
bro. If you had shit like Fred's like that, bro, that was fresh as. So
Uh-huh.
like there was that. But once you
And
like
Tommy Hilfiger.
yeah,
Yeah, same
like
level,
those
same
Tommy,
level.
Same, like-
Benny,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole level of like
Ben Sherman and shit,
Benny,
that, like,
whatever,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
all that shit was on the same sort of level, like Fred Perry.
Then there's this
Fucking-
then there's this next step.
And
on
then,
Yeah,
and then
and there's-
like,
yeah.
I was looking at like Stone Island and CP and shit, so I guess like that was like a next step, yeah. So that was like a whole new type of level of fashion, like whole new price tags.
Yeah.
Designers,
The whole lot,
It
concepts.
was full on,
you know.
yeah. So like that led me to other brands.
'Cause a lot of people as well, not in a bad way, but like sometimes stop at that. They stop at this like not commercialised, but the commercialised of this level. Not so much of their commercial brands, but then they just go to the Stony, the CP, the that, where they're like, I'm not someone that's like into it deep myself, but there is so many levels, you know, that aren't as
Well,
like,
everyone has that whole thing like, oh no, it won't suit me.
yeah, or like it's not a known brand in this underground
Yeah.
sort of scene,
Or-
you know, like compared
My
to it just
mates
looking
aren't
dope.
gonna, my mates aren't gonna know what this is. So.
Yeah, like it's not gonna look dope because it's not a good brand, even though it does look dope.
Your own little comfort bubble,
Like-
like almost.
That's right. He's kind of scared of that shit.
Yeah, like even that thing you showed me the other day, holding your coin. He like was just from the fucking army shop or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these people
Yeah,
don't
like
understand concept is like half the thing compared to just going for
Just
what's
little-
hot or what other people are going to accept you for wearing, even if it is considered a bit underground. You know, like stop, no more. Yeah, we do need another
bro,
search
like
bar.
facts,
Yeah.
but that's that's right. Like it was never like what was cool to everyone else. It was just like what was cool to me. It doesn't mean like I necessarily wore them things back then.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't exactly like wearing like APC or anything when I was like fucking 13 or nothing. I definitely wasn't on that level.
Mm.
But when I was like
I know.
18, 19, I definitely was.
100%, bro. I know what you mean. Like, which brings me into another question I'll ask in a second. I was pretty similar as well. I was kind of like just wearing shit that I like drew my eye, and people were like, "What are you wearing, bro?" But eventually, like a couple of weeks later, they'd get something similar, you know. And I was like, "Hey, hey,
that's
okay,
what
I'm onto
I'm
something." And it was just like your casual shit that you'd buy in like a JJ's, but it was like really out there, you know, like a vest with like a button up or something, and you're rocking it, and I was like, "What are you wearing, bro?"
That's right. Like everyone would question what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then we'll follow the trend. You know? Like that's just.
So like your
Nah.
first like designer, I guess in quote, designer brand like that you bought, like can you remember that? Like your first like
So your first your first grail piece, your first thing where you're like, yes,
Yeah.
this is fresh. Can't like this is.
your first
I'm gonna
drink.
keep
Yeah,
this
fuck
forever
that.
if I can. Like,
Yeah, I fucked up. I
Yeah,
fucked up
yeah.
on mine. But I do remember. It was a fucking Hood by Air tee. Right, and I'd already owned things that I didn't quite know specific what was gonna happen like now.
Yeah.
Type thing. So I owned things then that I thought was cool to myself, but I didn't quite know or think that was cool.
And you're still young as fuck here.
Yeah,
eh?
yeah. So I'm still young. Yeah, and like I'm thinking, all right, so this shit's cool, but like nobody else thinks it's cool. But this HBA shit, like ASAP Mob and shit were on that shit.
Yeah.
So like it was cool to everyone.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like I'm thinking if I get this, bro, I'm banging. You know.
Did you have any Pyrex shit like early
No,
on?
I wanted it.
Or was that later? Like did that come
No.
a bit later?
I wanted it, but I just didn't get it.
Yeah.
So like I was definitely into fashion heavily already by that time when Pyrex and shit was
Yeah.
coming, you know. But that was like the first like streetwear high fashion type merge thingy, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they were charging like hella big bucks, bro, for like printed on championship.
Yeah.
it's just concept.
Yeah.
Realistically,
It was
hang on
just-
to so
Because
what
that's
and,
how Virgil started. He was just
and what the
printing-
brand means, like the backing. You know, it's like what the people say, designing it, or what the people.
Yeah, so
Pushing it
it
represents.
was it was like I wanted this HBA thing, but at the time there was like Raf Simon Faber coats and shit like that, like on sale at the same store, bro, for like $800 and shit, and I spent like $600 on this fucking long sleeve t-shirt, and could have spent like an extra $200 on that coat, and I would have been sitting on gold mine type thing, but instead I bought that fucking t-shirt. But yeah, that was like full hectic grail piece to me at the time, because everyone else thought that shit was cool, and nobody had it, and I knew what it was, knew where to get it, had the money type, blah blah blah. So that was my first big flex that cunts could
Like,
know what I was flexing. Yeah. So that was definitely, it was a HBA piece. It was a HBA fucking piece, just because of the times and that. That was when like people started getting onto like being more fashion wary, I guess.
Yeah. You still got it?
Because of ASAP Mob. Yeah, I do.
Still got it.
Still have that.
Yeah. So you reckon you'll never get rid of it, no matter what's happened?
No.
It's always safe and fucking...
Yeah, I still got that, bro. Safe.
So what have you got? Have you got like, for your clothes, say, do you have like a big, say, like a big fucking box or a big fucking thing where you just have all your shit? You know what I mean? If you're out and about, say, like, do you have...
That goes back to being, I guess, a fucking bum Sadboy.
Yeah.
I was like house hopping and like living in hotels and traveling around heaps, and this is like sort of how like recently, I guess, like when all my fashion shit sort of picked up. So like fashion was always a thing as a kid, and then all the shit like picked up as I was older, but all my clothes are just everywhere. You know what I mean? Because I was...
You were everywhere.
You were
everywhere. Yeah.
There, here, in jail, fucking out of jail, living there, living here. Like, it was fucked. All my clothes are everywhere and still are.
And the
I
thing,
had heaps of clothes racked.
Yeah. And you sort of, some of them, when you know though, obviously you got a lot of people with friends where it's just out there and you'll see that and you'll be like, I'm putting that jacket on today.
Yeah, of course, like, heaps of my boys and shit have got shit, and like, they ain't gonna jack my shit.
No.
Unfortunately, like, my shit was like in fucked places at sometimes where like I ended up losing some pretty hectic shit to me, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
more sentimental.
Yeah, like I bought a pair of Dior boots off the jail phone.
Yeah. Already got
that
the value
were like
there.
fucking 3.8, I think. So 3.8 grand. Here I am in jail at Silverwater, pod 13 at the time. And I was sitting in pod 13 on the jail phone, bought a pair of Dior boots.
Fresh.
That is dripped off.
Yeah. So I was
fucking
like, yeah,
that's some
ready
young
for you when you
shit.
get, ready for you when you get out, obviously.
Yeah,
sort of spec.
and I ain't talking like on the jail phone. Like I'm talking like on the
old
police
jail,
face,
on the
yeah,
own phone, on the own phone.
on the own phone, and like on the fucking phone, bro. Like,
they use it when we want to use it.
So you've got like these clothes and shit, and obviously you got led into modelling and going to the States and shit, bro. Like, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that just...
What age is
all
this?
that
So
shit
what
is
age?
actually pretty crazy. So like, as I said, I was always into be fashion, this, that. And one of my mates who like recently passed away.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Shout out to fucking Dave. Fucking rest in peace. This or that. All that stuff. He invited me, because like I was all about me fashion and money and this and that. He invited me to come to the Kanye West fucking Yeezy boost drop, right? And I'm thinking like I was into fashion hard, but I didn't even know that Kanye was a fashion icon. Like, as embarrassing as that might be.
I don't think
No,
bro.
To be honest, he didn't really. He was a rapper, right? Like,
it's a crossover.
It's a
I
crossover,
like
but like I didn't
music.
really know.
I didn't like his music.
I didn't know about his fashion shit until
Because it went good, cheesy, and then sort of
I
how
knew
he's
that he
now.
was doing the Nikes and shit like that. And
Yeah,
like,
I knew that.
I knew that they went for like hella money, but like I
Just
didn't.
because it was Kanye.
I was keeping up with my own shit, which was like underground at the time.
Yeah.
So I was too busy keeping up with that, whereas like what's now known as a hype beast, which like even I fell into, which is like how the modelling shit sort of got fed.
Yeah.
The whole
The it
hype
crowd.
beast. Yeah, so like the it like crowd.
Yeah, that term that gets thrown around.
Yeah, the in the know, but like have all the fancy shit.
King, go out that way, brother.
Yeah, you gotta go that way, big boy.
Obedient dogs.
Yeah,
He's
so
good.
like all of them cunts were like into that shit, and I was like doing my own thing. But yeah, anyway, like my mate was like, yeah, come to the Yeezy boost drop. So I like went over, went out, I guess, to the thing and like chilled there, and we ended up with like hella shoes and made like heaps of money. And my mate was showing me fucking ink on it, and I was like,
Was Kanye there at this event?
no.
Okay. So it was just like the release for
It
the
was
shoe
just
and
a
shit.
release for the shoe in
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah.
Anyway, me mate, like, as we're like waiting for them to drop, me mate fucking shows me
Ian Connors.
Ian Connor and shit like that, and I'm like, oh yeah, like ASAP Mob, like Shabba Ranks and shit.
Yeah.
So it was like 2015, 2014. Yeah, 2015 I think. So I was like showing me Ian Connor or whatever, and I was like, oh yeah. And anyway, I like had the clothes, like I said, like I'd been collecting these clothes. for
That he's
years.
wearing, that you've seen.
That I'm seeing, like,
Yeah.
that he's showing me, and I'm like, oh yeah, he dresses like hell different compared to like everyone else.
Because you're the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he showed me him, and I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, I could do that. So I just started like, yeah, throwing on fucking these clothes and like uploading out fucking photos on Instagram and Facebook groups and shit like that, and cunts were just like, yeah, you're hell cool, whatever. Like, fucking my shit blew up hell quick. It was weird. Like heaps of cunts were fucking with me or whatever.
Not repeating outfits and shit, eh?
Yeah, no, I never repeated an outfit because, like I said, I already had the clothes.
Yeah.
But it also led to me like buying into like hella it shit at the time. Like I was buying whatever was cool at the time as well and wearing that because cunts wanted to see it.
This just comes with putting yourself out there
Yeah.
sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it just comes with,
Out
yeah.
there, it was like marketing. Shit
It's not like
going
it's
on.
out of your lane by
And
no
it wasn't
means.
like exactly. It wasn't too far out of my lane or anything. I didn't like doing it too much. Like I used to beat myself up at home about it.
Did you get like Oz modelling things while you were doing this?
Yeah, so like the whole modelling shit, like I would just randomly get hit up on like Instagram or Facebook or my email even when I had my email on my Instagram, which was annoying as fuck. Don't do that. That shit fucking dedicating your life to it. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Get your manager and shit to do it. Get management and do it. I didn't have that. Anyway, cunts would just randomly hit me up and yeah, it just like I done heaps of random photo shoots and
Appearances?
rock up to like
Remember
like
seeing
shows.
Model walks and shit.
Yeah, I walked for Faith Connection, which is like a big Paris fashion house.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm like one of the shortest males to ever walk a runway.
Wow.
How
Yeah,
tall
'cause-
are you?
I'm like, I don't even know, 168 maybe, 170 max.
There we go.
Like, I'm short, like, yeah, like, tiny compared to most male models. And yeah, I walked a runway and...
Stood over a lot of the cunts.
yeah, still over them all for their fucking money, cunts. Those rich cunts and that. I done some pretty hectic shit at the thing, actually. You know, like Places and Faces?
Yeah, Places and
right.
Faces, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know them, like, black bags?
The straps, the ones with the strap
Everyone
and
was
shit,
wearing
yeah.
the Places and Faces
Just the
black
patch, yeah.
fanny pack
Yeah.
bags. Everyone had them. Anyway, I racked up a massive box. Yeah, that's right. I racked a massive box from that cunt, bruh. Because I was backstage, yeah? And I racked a massive box, bro, and just, like, took them home and resold them on the internet.
What do they resell? What do
They
they
were
sell
going for, like, $250, but I think it's, like, settled for, like, $150 or something like that.
That's
But yeah, like they circulated. So I
Straight
just
in.
racked a massive box and
Are those the ones with the tag on the outside?
they said like Places and Faces just on.
That's a
the
Cold World,
outside.
the one
Yeah,
that's-
you're thinking of a Cold War.
God. Yeah, Places and Faces, they're like a strap. You see
Actually, a
Pete rocking
Cold
them and
War,
shit.
If you
you know?
didn't know, the owner of a Cold War made like the off-white shit and that.
Hectic.
Virgil.
Virgil,
Ghost
yeah.
designer.
Virgil
Oh,
jacked him.
no, jacked him.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
So
controversial.
He's known for
yeah,
that.
he's
He's
known
showing
for that. He's
fucking,
known. There's a lot of
Yeah.
cases for him doing
Yeah,
that.
he jacked him, bro.
Like
Anyway,
lower fashion
we'll
houses.
move on. We'll move on.
Yeah.
You just can look into that yourself. Fucking yeah. So I was like getting fucked with all these random people and this and that. I didn't know how to deal with it and shit. I reckon I fucked up. You know, I was like self-destructing. I was on the drugs hard.
How old are you here?
I'm
Like,
26 now.
yeah.
So
but-
at the time I was like, I don't know, 20 to like 20 fucking 4, 5.
Because this
I
is
know,
exactly
like,
this.
it's still sort of happening, you know.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm, like,
But this
slowed
was
down.
this was going when
it
you
was
were
like pumping when I was like 21, 22.
And you didn't exactly plan it either. It was almost just because
Yeah.
you're so
Yeah.
into it. It just
It
comes.
just
It just
happened.
it comes to you.
Like I said, like my mate showed me, and I was like, I can do that, and it just blew up real quick, like literally like that.
So it was your first trip that you like after doing some modelling in Australia and getting some traction. What did you go to the US?
No,
from there?
I
No?
couldn't go to the US. Like I
Okay.
said, I kept fucking up.
Okay, yeah.
I got locked up, and like.
It's hard to get the
like,
visa.
I went to jail
Yeah.
and fucking. I had paid flights to go over there and shit. Like I was meant to go for like fashion weeks and shit like that. Like I had paid flights to go there, and yeah, I fucked up. Like, but I got to still work with, I guess, like some massive cunts. Like I literally worked with Kanye and shit like that without specifically working
With Kanye. Yeah.
Like his stylist, Dylan James Richards and Seb Hunt, which are like two dudes from New Zealand, two best mates or something.
Wow, hectic.
Are his like, or Kim's or his at the time, I think they were Kim's
Stylist.
Hectic.
And
Two New Zealand dudes, bro.
yeah,
That's
so
They
they
got
got a Justin
worldwide.
Bieber
Yeah.
film clip, right? And that's how they got noticed. Anyway, so they're like hell low key, and I'm like popping on IG, and they're talking to me through inboxes and Messenger and this and that, and like picking my brain, yeah. So back then we were making money off the Boost shoes, but I hated Boost. I never wore the cunts. Like I think there's like 1 or 2 photos of me wearing them. Like I wore them as like a young. Like I'm sitting there with like a glass of milk and shit, being a dickhead. Like
Yeah, just
Like-
got him. No.
And you were getting
I just
sent to,
had 'em,
mate?
Like I was getting sent pairs of shoes, but I got sent boots. I got sent boost. I got sent like I was getting sent shit. I guess that was like their way of telling me to like shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
just
and,
rock
like,
it. Man, give us
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
like,
have some.
Don't
you know?
tell anyone. Like, type
Don't make the
thing.
money, but you
Oh,
can
no,
have a
no,
couple.
Like it wasn't even like that. It was like like we're buttering you up.
Yeah.
type
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
getting like
Chumming you up.
these cunts
Yeah.
are talking to me in my inboxes and that, and like picking my brain and shit. So like, shoes used to be Boost, yeah. So like flat shoes and shit were trendy, and like over in Australia, everyone wore sneakers.
Yeah.
Everyone wore chunky like TNs.
Because
like
Air
that.
Max
The Boost, you
95,
kinda like sort of-
Chinese.
the boots
Like-
were like boots, basketball-y looking at the start, eh? Like,
Yeah, the 7 fucking 50s or whatever they were.
Suede
called,
fucking
or-
thing.
yeah, they're like sort of boots /
the
like
big
basketball
cunts
shoes.
were,
That,
like they come up,
Yeah.
come up to here and like
Yeah.
had fucking Boost soling.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that came up a bit, but then like after that there was the low cut ones. There was like the Turtle Doves and the Pirate Blacks
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
Moon Rocks and this and that.
The
and
ones
that,
can't
and
still
like,
love them,
like, but the ones before that, like you were saying, the higher ones, they went for more. You know what I mean? Because they were less known, limited. Like the first to the first.
In
you know what I mean?
Australia, you had to be entered into raffles to even.
To get pairs,
Yeah.
or you'd have to camp for days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people would
And
camp
cunts
there for
did.
fucking
Cunts
days.
did.
Cunts
Cunts
did,
bro,
boy.
cunts did.
You used to
Cunts
you used to fucking love.
I
your
did it
kicks
at
back
Howe.
in
I
the-
remember one time I got there at 4 a.m. for a 9 a.m. open.
I've,
And I thought that was crazy. You know what I
I've
mean? But like,
camped myself.
yeah.
Fuck, like, you know, like I'm sure most people in my position have fucking done it once or twice, you know what I mean? It's part of the fucking lifestyle.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've done it a couple of times, but I managed to get myself out of it, you know what I mean? I found ways to get out of it, but I'll tell you more about that. Like, I'll tell you
the
more
tricks. We'll have a
So,
tips and
like,
tricks.
Tips
Like,
and tricks.
I'll keep going on about, like, these Kanye's and that.
Yeah.
So they were picking my brain, these stylists and that, and I remember one day I got messages. It was like, oh, you know, we're in a meeting with fucking Kanye and the Adidas creative team and this and that, and we're like designing the next Adidas shoe. Fucking, we just wanted to know like where Raf Simons and this and that got like his influences from Raf's Oswegos, because my Instagram tag used to be Steve Wego.
Yeah, I've seen these messages as well, which is
Yeah, like I've
They were
uploaded
posted
and shit,
on
like
his
on
fucking
rants
Insta.
and shit. Oh, like, yeah, I got that shit. But yeah, when I ran on and shit and I'm on the drugs, I normally post that shit. But yeah, I got those messages and that. And yeah, they picked my brain and fucking ended up making like all the dad shoes, you know. So like, all the Yeezy shoes went from Boost to sneakers. And I was in jail at the time, and then I came out, and there's like fucking Balenciagas and this and that, and that shoes are now cool. And like,
Every brand.
That came from
literally.
that came from my head. You know what I mean? I didn't get no fucking money for it. I ended up rotting in jail. I didn't get to go over to America and shit. Like I said, like I fucked up, but like they fucked me too. So
No compensation and fucking
nothing,
fucked,
bro. You know what I mean? Like I started a worldwide trend, and fucking got nothing for it. So fuck you, cunts. But
Are you still in contact with anyone, or it's just one of the things where you just like, fuck,
Cause
I
you
mean, like they still
I'm going to
follow
take the
me
experience
shit,
and move
like,
on from it?
when I call them out, they've like hit me up like, "Oh, bro, why'd you do that?" type of bullshit, and like, but I still could talk to them, but fuck that,
Just going to do your thing.
'Cause you
take the experience from it.
Like,
And
I
just,
went quiet for ages, bro. I lost heaps of followers and that. Like, I uploaded a fucking thing of like me and this chick, and like it was all consensual and shit. But like me and this chick, and like I was like loopy as, and like ended up fucking up on Instagram and like losing heaps of followers. Didn't post for years, and it was all fucked. So like I went downhill hard.
Because you were supposed to meet Ian Connors, like after being inspired.
Yeah,
by him,
like I mean, like he even came over here and shit like that. There was like heaps of like weird shit.
Yeah,
don't
'cause he was
get,
on a gun
too
charge or
far
some shit.
into it. Oh, he's in jail.
He's
now.
in jail now, yeah.
Yeah, but like at the time, like this is before that. Like I was in jail and shit, and I came out, and like I'm not gonna get too far into it and shit. It's like hell weird.
Yeah.
But like someone ended up in hospital. Like this is all in the States. Someone ended up in hospital. I ended up in jail, and like it's like hell. Like I don't know, on their Twitters and shit. I don't have Twitter, but like their tweets and shit are like. And my Facebook posts and shit, like all this shit's like how weird it all matches up. Like you go look into it yourselves and that. But it's all like how weird. But and then like he came over here and like I just something ended up happening for some reason. I just couldn't go. Not even gonna get into it.
Which brings me into like meeting your Oz rappers, bro. Like growing up in Sydney, there's a lot of healthy Oz rappers that you would have crossed paths with and grown up with.
so if you say people like you, Mitchos and Husky, how far back do you guys
That's
go?
what
You
I've
know what I mean?
seen.
Like how?
First scene.
Because I mean, that, for me, that's
You-
personally who I've seen you
Still
with
West.
a lot. Even Raj as well. I know he's a lot younger, but I mean, say
And Salty as well. Like
he's a lot younger
and Trill.
too.
Yeah.
But with Mitch, would say Mitch and Ben, how far back would you go?
2014.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. 15, 14.
21 or something like that. Is that through?
That was.
Back in the fantasms
The
again.
lid goes back on.
That was like Facebook and shit. Like I was popping or whatever. And they were doing their thing, but Ben was into his fashion hard. I don't know, like if his fans and shit take notice too much. But he wears like
Yeah, he's
a
wearing
lot of-
Palm Angels and all that stuff. But he was
He's
always
now.
He's put me onto
But
a
even
few
back,
bands.
even back then, I remember always
Back
wearing the
then,
Palace
yeah.
caps.
He was wearing Palace,
His Palace and
And fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Wasn't just the
Yeah,
Tommy, the
fucking
classic
awesome.
Tommy and Ralph and shit
No.
like that. Like,
Supreme. And
yeah,
Like he was wearing,
Places and
Gucci as
Faces
well.
even. I
Yeah.
remember seeing. a
he
couple
put me
bands.
onto a lot of Sydney designers as well. Like
Yeah,
shout out
he-
Jody Just
He
and
fucking supports.
Exit Route Clothing.
He supports all the local boys, which is good. But so like we met through, I guess, Facebook or whatever. Because like I said, I was popping. They were doing their thing. Ben was in fashion, so was Mitchell. But like more his like tracksuit things, you know what I mean? So like he wanted like his collabs and shit, So like he'd ask me, bro, where do you get that? Where am I getting this? And I'd tell him like prices and what the fuck, Like
Yeah.
he didn't quite like understand.
Didn't
it
understand
just
what
yet.
you were saying.
But now like he does,
Yeah.
like
100%.
he's rocking like hella fucking tight shit.
Game's picked up across the board. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Since this fucking
Yeah, like heaps cunts are
Insta,
wearing
they're
heaps
noticing a lot of-
Insta and shit, like heaps cunts are wearing like heaps.
a lot more
Yeah.
people are paying a lot more attention to certain people and picking up
That's
what's
right.
getting them there.
So like we knew each other like back then, and then like you said, I've done the Still West film clips, and I know he's always talked and that, and like Trill and fucking all the young boys and that, like, yeah, I know, like, they're all just been there, you know, like, I mean, I went quiet for a bit, so, like, some of them I didn't know until recently.
Yeah. Like, you knew DB, or was he, like, recently salty?
Oh, salty, DB, Raj,
Yeah.
etc. Like, I only met them recently, because, like I said, beforehand, it was just, like, Mitch was literally, like, doing his own thing. Like, there was not so much, like, a massive MGR. There was no,
No.
like, MGR like Mitchos Raj.
No.
Until
There was
that's
no 201 Salty Husky. You know, like, there was no, like, DB. Like, there was no other boys. It was just them. And there wasn't even a 201.
Because before this big link, hey,
Yeah.
realistically, let's say,
Before,
like,
Did Bagsy reach out to you
before
in this
Get
time?
Bodied
I
and
didn't
all of
know
this.
who Bagsy
Yeah.
was.
like, pretty
you know
much
what I mean? Like, I
before
didn't know-
pre-dating Get Bodied,
Yeah,
if we go.
pre-Bagsy's
For people
platform.
watching this, they'll know, like,
Pre-Bagsy's
this is-
platform. Yeah.
Predating Get Body.
Yeah.
That's
Get Body, yeah.
literally how to put it. Because I didn't know Bagsy. I didn't know, like I said, I didn't know any of the younger boys,
Yeah.
as to say. Except I knew.
But half these probably aren't even 18
and I
at this
knew
stage.
Trill.
Yeah, no.
I knew
100%.
of and I knew Trill before some, like.
So
the
before
others.
his body the booth, you knew Trill.
No, I didn't know
Okay.
Trill before his body the booth.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I met Trill after.
Yeah.
But I knew him before, like, Salty or.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so,
Yeah.
but, like, to cover that question, yeah, like, I knew. So, like, I don't know, like, I just always was around, like, Salty's followed me for years, bro, like, Salty fucking, shout out to Salty, bro, that cunt followed me for years, bro, I didn't even know, you know what I mean, like, he fucking, like,
He was woke on the Steve's train. Like,
yeah, he was working on the stage train, so is fucking
uncle.
Cash Cow's my biggest fan.
The uncle fan.
Uncle Steve's, Uncle Steve.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Whether you want to admit it or not, like.
Yeah, like, that's my fucking nickname, is Uncle. Always fucking Uncle this, Uncle that.
So yeah, fucking all else I was gonna say really was like, yeah, obviously the fashion and all that was blowing up. You ended up getting locked up. As you were saying, you're also like going through your drug stuff, which is like your addiction shit, and like you're recovering now. So
Yeah.
you pretty much
Yeah, I've been sober
got sober.
for ages, you know, since my mate passed. I've been sober, yeah. Like, I'm fucking coming off fucking some pretty heavy shit. I was never on the crack. As much as I look like a crack addict, cunts want to put me on.
Oh, everyone reckons everyone looks like
Yeah.
I mean, like, it wasn't
I think
my
it's just the
thing.
quickest thing
It
to come
wasn't
out of
my
her
thing.
mouth.
And I mean, it's our generation's thing, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? But
100%.
I was on the crack. Like, I have smoked crack. I was on the crack. I was on the fucking.
Just for anyone that
opiates, you
doesn't
what I
know,
mean? Yeah.
crack is meth.
Crack
It's,
is
we
meth.
don't. It's not US crack, not crack cocaine.
Oh yeah, that's just I guess our slang, crack. Crack. How old is you like crack?
Yeah.
Fuck it's yeah. But yeah, I was on the ice. I mean, like, I was on the opiates hard, but like chopping in like the old lean and shit. Like I mean, like I said, like I was fucking deep into my fashion and music and shit like hell early. So I was like deciphering fucking UOENO. You know that song?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't even know, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, I was listening to, like, Rick Ross ad-libs, like, whisper, drink codeine and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like,
And, like,
"Bust
early Lil
these
Wayne and
cunts,"
that.
You know what I mean? Like, early Lil Wayne.
And we're
shit
talking
like
not Ricodine, we're talking like actual promethazine
Yeah, like-
codeine here.
that. I'm talking,
like, proper. Activists.
Like, yeah, you used to be able to get, like, act and shit off the deeps and that.
The
For,
deep
like,
web.
reasonable prices before America.
Before it got banned and
listed
that,
it. I think it became like what ours is known as Schedule 8. Like they done that in America, you know what I mean? And it became like $800 USD a bottle over there. But like now, yeah, I think you're paying around the same.
And so for that,
$800 USD a bottle.
for those watching that might know, by chopping in, you mean
By chopping in, I mean like yeah, just on gear and that. And by gear, I mean like on the fucking opiates and that. So it started like on the lean and then like the lean just obviously progresses, you know what I mean? Like you end up on oxys and oxys just weren't enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Just
eh?
never
It's
Presents
not-
to the
honestly,
heart.
like honestly, codeine did more to me than what oxy.
Yeah,
did,
well, it's
as
liquid.
weird as
It's,
that is.
codeine's liquid heroin, to be honest. Like with you.
Yeah,
quite.
yeah. But
quite-
like oxys is also meant to be like a more pure form. But yeah, I mean, I ended up like on the fucking heroin. I I never IV'd, but yeah, I was smoking heroin, I was fucking snorting it, I was fucking...
Just comes with it
Fuck,
until you say,
opiates.
say wake up, you know what I mean? You just
like
go, fuck
constantly
it.
like pure opiate and that all over it, you know what I mean? And like this lasted for a bit. It was a bit of a heavy stage. So like that was my final straw.
Yeah.
But before that, it was like lean and fucking
Xannies.
Zennies. Like Zennies
Yeah.
were fucked, bro. Like Zennies,
They are
were bad.
fucked.
They're the reason I end up in jail every time. Like Zennies are bad. Like,
So getting to jail, bro, like, you got in, like,
yeah.
first time. Bang, you're in there.
Well, I grew up in... I fucking should have said this when I was younger.
Yeah.
I grew up in juvie.
Okay, so you'd been in
A lot
juvie.
of my teenage life was in juvie.
Oh, okay.
As fucking...
So you sort of prepped for jail, in a way.
yeah, I guess. So, like...
In juvie, are you throwing lines? Like,
Yeah.
just like, quick question.
Like, yeah, like, I mean, there's lines thrown in juvie and
Yeah.
that, but, like, not as much as
Not as
jail,
much
you
as
know what I mean?
older
Like,
jail,
and in
yeah.
juvie, it's fucking hell easy, bro. Like, in Reeby, for example, you just, like, fucking rooms across from each other. And, like,
You don't even need to really throw a
nah,
line.
So
like,
are you in here for
in
something-
Cobbin and shit like that, your rooms are right next to each other. You can just bounce it off the wall. It's easy. You're not really throwing lines.
And you're not saying
you're in
like
jail,
some mass
you know?
murder as a juvie either.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
like,
I mean, there's like back then there was like shit getting in. You know what I mean? Like cunts were smoking, and
always.
getting on the fucking shit in there as
Yeah.
well. You know what I mean? But yeah. So yeah, I went to juvie, ended up in jail. Jail was like obviously it's like really different than juvie because
Yeah.
when you're a teenager, you're like you think you're a mad cunt. Doesn't matter how big this and that. When you're a young cunt, you think you're a mad cunt. When you're older, you realise you're not a mad cunt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a
So,
small
like,
fish in the big.
yeah, it's a bit
right?
different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you just adjust, bro. You know, you keep your mouth shut, whatever. But it was a bit hard for me at the time. You know, I was fucking long blonde hair, fucking covered in colourful tattoos, like 2 foot nothing, 40 kilos. You know what I mean? Like it was a bit hard to not stand out.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't really discreet about it,
So
were you?
like, nah. So
How'd
like,
did you have face tats then?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I've had face tats since I was young. Since
Yeah.
I was like.
What age was your first face tat? Would you say like
I think
above
I
your
got
chin?
my eyelids done at 18
Yeah.
Yeah.
or 19. Yeah, 18 and then like I got 19, 20. Yeah, I was like 18 for the eyelids and then 19, 20. So
Okay,
I was
yeah,
like
so you
20,
had 'em hell young, yeah.
19 and then 20 for the queue when my son was born.
How old's your son now?
He's turning 5 in December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
next for you, bro? As well as recovering, as well as just a couple of things, you getting sorted?
Yeah, I'm gonna get me shit sorted, and then I don't know. I'll probably like fuck around with maybe like some clothes and
Do some merch.
It's a passion,
Yeah,
man.
like,
It's just
wait-
a matter of getting
wait
these.
for some money to get into Australian music, and you know, like I'll fucking direct cunts clear.
Co-produce some shit.
Do
Yeah.
shit like that, you know what I mean? Like that's where I ultimately want to be, you know what I mean? Like the whole music route for me, I guess. Like I already broke the whole modelling. Fucking
Yeah.
I mean, in
went
America,
international with that shit.
because in America it's such
Just-
a people like yourself. There's such a lane for it here, not as much. But
There's
coming
no
up,
lane for it here,
see,
but
like
it
we were
is
saying
coming up.
before, we don't know. Say in 5 years, what the future
Yeah.
could hold. Or say
No
what,
one
say
knows
who
what's
you's
gonna
inspired,
happen.
who's inspired, or this, that,
Literally.
the other, and what that's going to bring from it. Because like
What-
even with the population and people like the entrepreneurship, you could say of Australia getting a lot denser. Like even things like street eggs, shops popping up. A lot more of these opportunities are going to pop up for
Local businesses, bro.
lots
like,
of these. You know, these
Yeah,
people
people
that
more
are,
want to support your local brand, you know?
Yeah, that's right. So
it's
like,
only the beginning in so many ways.
but
like,
100%.
people also like fashion and music go hand in hand.
Mm.
and
Yeah.
More and more artists need to realise that. You know what
I mean, no, for right now.
America is like the biggest example of it. Like everyone's whinging about like there's no talent in music no more. You know what I mean? But like it's all marketing. You know, it's
Yeah.
all imaging. It's all. You know, like who can make sales? You know what
Yeah,
I mean? It
yeah.
doesn't
Part of the
matter-
package.
You know, you
Literally.
could be talented as fuck, but if you're ugly,
If you,
you
yeah,
ain't gonna
if you're not going to
make
sell
shit.
tickets,
As far as Australian hip hop stylists go, I don't really know anyone for this.
No.
You know what I mean? For
No,
this
but
new
that-
wave,
no.
there isn't
No.
someone that like.
It wasn't even a fucking job.
no.
Yeah, no, I mean even coming in the future because
Yeah.
a lot of these people you see, a lot of these brands and things are coming in more and more.
Mm.
People are going to wanting to start,
And as
you
much
know,
as
to look where to go.
Admit it, cunts need help.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. And
They
I
do,
feel
yeah.
It's like there's nothing wrong with like. I mean, America know how to do it. That's why they're
No.
so thriving. They take pride in how they
Literally.
look because they're
It's a
paying
full-time
someone.
job.
They're paying someone that sits there and does these things, looks on the internet, knows these brands. You know, like
And there is artists that don't, hairstylists or whatever. But
Yeah.
all their film clips and shit like that. Right? All
There's
the
an
flash
aesthetic.
shit you see him wearing and shit like that. Like, they don't own it.
And some of them
Yeah.
loan it, like
Big.
Yeah.
That's a big game.
Yeah.
You'd say.
They
you get a voucher. Like if you loan something, you probably get a voucher to go spend.
That's what I
You know
Who
what I
say.
knows exactly how they're doing it, but I know that like they're hiring a lot of like kind of like David Cassidy.
Yeah.
And shit
Virgil
like that.
seems chummy with a lot of people as well.
Yeah,
you
he's
know.
chummy as fuck with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's chum dog food.
But yeah, so like, any shout outs you want to give, bro?
Fantail.
Fantails, fucking obviously.
My dentist.
I'll be seeing you soon.
I'll see you soon.
Your grills guy for staying in. Staying in, brother. Oh, isn't it?
Permanent.
Oh.
Isn't it hectic?
Yeah,
That's
bro.
right.
There you go.
That's true.
There you go. That ain't coming out.
Permanent. You're gonna knock it out. Yeah. But yeah, nah. Shout out fucking Benny. You know, to Mitch, all the MGR boys. Me fucking son, me missus. Shout out fucking you cunts. Oh damn and that. Fucking yeah.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Yeah.
Which bass brings
Shout
us
out
to the.
awkward, eh?
What's the little trick you just want to give people?
Oh, little loans. Invest your money in Bitcoin.
Invest money in Bitcoin.
Not too late. That's the myth.
It's never too.
It's
Never
coming
too
back.
late.
It's
never too late for Bitcoin.
In my opinion. It's never too late. You know what I mean? But I mean, there's Bitcoin, and
Ethereum.
there's
No.
so I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah,
Just
just
go
go Bitcoin.
Well,
So-
shout out. There you go. There you have it. Stevesdead. Insta handles will be popping up below. Double dip. Base cadet.
ODTV.
We out. Quick shout outs to Atomic Energy Drink, the sponsor of this podcast.
You can
You can get this from most servos, delis, lunch bars.
slowly come in, but
Slowly coming in.
this is the future of energy drinks.